Hello Chatterboxes, thank you so much for stopping by. I am ChitChad and welcome to a new episode of ChitChadPlays on the channel. And we are playing some more Planet Coaster, finally moving away from the overview videos and the Sonic Park and the Pokemon Park, and now we're going to be moving on to the Mario area of the park, which I am super excited for. And the idea of this area of the park, I kind of want to theme it around the Princess Peach Castle overworld from Super Mario 64, which is probably one of my favorite games ever. I wasn't always on like the Nintendo bandwagon. I was very much a Sega kid, but I will not lie when I say that Nintendo 64 and GameCube were probably my favorite era of video gaming, because there was so many good games out for the Nintendo 64, and then GameCube just carried it, you know? For Nintendo 64, the first game I got for it was Star Fox, because I'm pretty sure it came with Star Fox, and that was a Christmas to remember. It was one of the situations where I stayed up all night just playing that game. After all the family stuff was over and I finally got home, I was just playing Star Fox for forever. So eventually I would like to make a Star Fox related ride in this park, just because I have such great memories of it. I've been like really thinking of what coaster I would want to use for that. And I am trailing off because I kind of want to be more topical to this area of the park, but I'm just thinking out loud here. And that new suspended coaster that I was geeking out about, I think I might want to use that one. Some people say it would be cool for a Donkey Kong ride. Others say it might be cool for a water ride, but it might also be pretty cool for a Star Fox ride. So I'm just gonna mull that over for a little bit in between recording sessions. And you might be wondering why I have marooned this poor Planet Coaster mascot, King Coaster or whatever his name is. It's just to help me figure out scale. And I was looking off of reference pictures from Mario 64. The problem with Princess Peach's castle is that it's never consistent in any Mario game. It's changed every single time, whether it's been featured in a couple of the Mario Kart levels, or it's been featured in Super Mario Galaxy 1. I don't know if it was in 2. I think I've only played 1, and I know 2 is really good, so I should probably play that eventually. But with that new Mario game coming out on the Switch, which I'm still not sold on a Nintendo Switch. I might pick up the new Zelda game on the Wii U, because honestly, the only reason I even bought a Wii U was for Smash Brothers. And gosh, I think I own like 4 games for the Wii U. How sad is that? For going from like Nintendo 64, where I had countless games, everything from Yoshi's Story, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap. I even had freaking Hey You Pikachu, that wonderful game, and that he said sarcastically. I also had F-Zero Racing, of course Mario 64, several of the Mario parties, Mario Kart. Like, I had so many freaking games on the Nintendo 64, and then you jump to the GameCube, and then that just exploded. Like all the Tony Hawk games I had on there, all the Nintendo games, especially Animal Crossing. I put so many hours into Animal Crossing, and I'm trying to think what else. The Metroid series. I was never like a fan of the old school, and this is gonna get me some hate. I better clarify this real quick. I never was a fan of the original Metroid games because I never played them, because I never had an NES or an SNES. It was only until later that I went back. Well, I shouldn't even say went back, but when I played them for the first time on, I think, gosh, where did I play it? I can't remember if it was on like a Game Boy Advance re-release or something. I don't remember, but I played like the first Metroid. And I loved it, and then that immediately got me into Metroid Fusion, and I'm actually replaying Metroid Fusion right now, and I love that game. That game is so good, so freaking good. But so yeah, just GameCube. I can't think of, honestly, I think the GameCube was like, I bought so many games for that. The only system that would even come close is Xbox 360. And then not even PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2, I literally bought just to play God of War and Jak and Daxter, because I immediately fell in love with the Jak and Daxter franchise when I played the first game. And then when it jumped to the second one and it completely shifted, like it went from a fun platformer to a Grand Theft Auto style shoot 'em up. I know a lot of people like that. It's tough because I love the characters so much it didn't really matter, but it didn't even feel, Daxter still felt the same, but Jak was just, I don't know, he turned into that edgy edgelord. But I love that team so much that it was like the one time I would totally let that slide. Other companies, I think most people would give total crap for like, oh man, you took this kind of happy character and turned him into Edge McEdgelord. He turned him into Shadow the Hedgehog, Cloud Strife. Let me go on and just start listing all the Edge characters. But Jak and Daxter was a great franchise, and God of War was a lot of fun to play. And then, yeah, it's funny. I'm literally talking about everything but Mario right now, and I do apologize. I'm kind of trailing off today. It's been a long recording session. I recorded several episodes for the ChitChad show, and now I'm recording episodes for ChitChadPlays, which of course is this channel. Wow, what do you know? Actually, I didn't even record it because I didn't want to have to go back too much, but I actually went back in and added more to the entire park. Because of the new spring update, I added different fences. I added a couple of more things to several of the rides. I changed the track layout just a little bit because now that you can turn off collision, I was able to do some more intricate things with the roller coasters and the Pokemon indoor ride, especially because, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize this, and I should have made a video about it, but when I was doing the overview video for some of the stuff that they added in the spring update, I totally forgot the new scenery pieces. And there's a lot of really good ones. I think one of my favorite ones is the starry field. So normally when I was making stars, I was just using one of the LED strips and turning all the other lights off and then just leaving one on. But now there is a literal texture that's like a star field. So I went back in the Zubat Ghastly, section of the Pokemon Dark Ride, and I added that, and it makes it look so much better. I was so happy. So happy they added that. And they really seem to be listening to fan feedback, and that's fantastic. I love it. I will say that, man, do I have... a lot of the stuff that I've had problems with now isn't a big deal because of the collision stuff, but what I still have problems with is paths. Paths just give me the worst of headaches, and I've watched a couple of, tutorial videos, especially, I think Silverette has a paths tutorial video that I watched, and I'm just like, dude, you're the king of everything Planet Coaster, and there's no way I can even freaking come close to how intricate just his paths alone are. So damn beautiful. It's I can't even get to that, darn it. But I still have fun playing this game, and hopefully you all still enjoy watching this. This park is going to take quite a while. We've got a lot more stuff to work on. A lot of people keep mentioning more Nintendo properties, and I know I said that I kind of want to do a Star Fox area, but as far as Nintendo is concerned, after we're done with Mario, I'm just gonna have a small Zelda area, and I might have a small Star Fox area, but I might not even have Star Fox. It might just end after Legend of Zelda, because I want a Wind Waker water ride, because there's a lot more out there that we can do. Of course, we haven't even tackled any of the Sony properties yet. We haven't tackled any of the Microsoft properties yet. So I don't want this just to be like Nintendo World, because we already got Pokemon, we already got Mario. Once we hit Legend of Zelda, I think we've hit 3 pretty good ones. So then we might want to move on to other things, because I would really like to do an Assassin's Creed dive ride. I would really like to do a Bioshock area. I would really like to do a Portal themed area, which I think would be really cool. And some of these areas might get condensed pretty significantly. So instead of being kind of like a whole land, it might just be like one ride and one shop. And then that's just kind of, it's like a mini area. So probably I would clump a few of them together. That would make sense. So let's say that for Portal and Assassin's Creed, that's kind of like the science area. So the Assassin's Creed ride would be in an Abstergo building, and then right next to them would be the laboratories for Portal. So, I mean, I think that would be kind of fun. So we might start condensing things in the future as we get closer to kind of filling out this whole area, because I want everything to be in this circle, and I don't want too much of it to kind of like go back. And also to kind of help me move on to an eventual new park, because I don't want to just keep building on this one for forever. As it is, it's going to take a while just for how quickly I can get these videos out. Again, I think my recording sessions are about between 3 and 5 hours per episode, And between this channel and then the other channel, that's why I can only do these videos like once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on my schedule, just because of how long they take. And you might be wondering, why am I trying to make a custom fence? I was trying to make a fence that looked like the N64 ones. And this was before. The next 2 episodes that you're going to watch are actually before I got the update. So I've had these recorded for quite a while. I just haven't been able to post them just because that was when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the ChitChad Shows channel. So this was before, I recorded this before I separated the channels out. So if you might be wondering why some things look different, why am I not using some of the updated objects, that is why. But after this episode, then the next episode, then we'll have some of the new stuff, because a lot of people actually guessed it. So good on you, Chatterboxes. I was waiting for this spring update, and that was when I wanted to make the main ride for this area, which was going to be the Mario Kart ride. So the Mario Kart ride is going to be housed in the Princess Peach's castle. As for the track layout, I've been going back and forth. Originally, I know I said in my update video that I was gonna have part of it underground. I tested it out and it didn't work as well as I had originally planned. So we might do something else. I'm not quite sure. When we go to record that, I'll probably play around a lot with the track layout for the Mario Kart ride. We have 3 rides in this area, or we will have 3 rides in this area, one being the Mario Kart ride, and then we have like a Koopa Troopa themed flat ride, and then we have the Superstar wheel. And I don't know if I want another ride, just because I've been trying to keep them pretty close to 3-ish rides. I know Sonic's area has 2, Pokemon has 3, and now the Mario area already has 3. So I don't know if I want to include another ride, specifically another dark ride, because holy cow, the Pokemon one took so long to make. I do eventually want to make another dark ride. I just don't know if I want it to be in the Mario area. The only thing I could think of for a really interesting dark ride, and now that I'm thinking about it, I want to do it, but at the same time I don't, just because of how long it's going to take. Luigi's Mansion would be a really stinking cool dark ride. So if that's honestly something you all would like to see, please, I guess leave it in the comments down below. And then if there's more than a few comments saying yes, I guess I'm going to have to do it. Because, like I said, I've been on the fence on whether or not I want to do another ride. Someone mentioned that maybe I should do a ride based off of Bowser, and yeah, that sounds like a fun idea, but I also want to make an indoor restaurant because we don't really have one yet in the park. So I think a Bowser's Barbecue would be really funny. So that's probably what we're going to do with Bowser. And yeah, so that means if we do one more ride, it's going to be Luigi's Mansion, which is really cool because we've got a lot of like creepy castle stuff already. So I think we could make something that looks really interesting. So you may be wondering, what in the heck is Chad doing right now? And I've been trying to figure out, well, I was trying to figure out how to make the Toadstool houses. And I was having a heck of a time trying to figure out exactly how I wanted this to look. Well, I knew how I wanted it to look. I just had no idea how I was going to make it. Eventually, I figured it out using these dome pieces. They were kind of a lifesaver. So they're layered multiple times, which makes them a bit difficult to edit in the future because we make a couple of variants. So I think we've got a blue one, a green one, and a red one. And I know I use the red one for a food vendor and I use it for the restrooms, but I think it might actually be funny to use the purple poison mushrooms for the restrooms. I don't know, that just kind of popped into my head as I was saying it out loud. I think that might actually be kind of funny. And yeah, these were fun. And this area I wanted to focus a lot more on the paths, just because the paths so far have been pretty tame. The Sonic, it's basically just kind of like a curvy path. For the Pokemon one, it was just laid out mostly to the Viridian City. This one, I wanted to be a bit more elegant because it's a fairy tale-esque land and it's Princess Peach. I feel like, the castle's really elegant, so maybe the paths should be a bit more elegant and be a little bit more free-flowing. And it helps separate this area out compared to the others because this area I feel is a lot more spread out than the rest of them. And once we get the Mario Kart track in, I might have to modify it a little bit. I'm not sure how much of the Mario track I want to be out in the front of this area, because I might just move it sort of towards the back, and then we just have a lot of theming elements back there, and that way we don't have to worry about it interacting so much with the front area of this side of the park. And we don't have to worry about elevating it up too high from the ground, which is another thing too that I went back and edited. Now that the envelope, the protection like envelope that was around all of the rides, now that you can turn that off and basically put objects like flush with the rides, oh my gosh, it made things so much easier. So especially for the Pokemon Dark ride, what really bothered me is that I had to have the track so high up from the actual environment. Now I was able to take the whole ride and move it kind of almost flush with the environment, with the rooms that it exists in. Also, I was able to add a bunch of the doors, and I added those on triggers. So I might just do like a quick overview video of the changes that I made to the park, and that's probably about it. Probably be like a 5 to 6 minute video. And then we can continue moving on with the rest of the Mario area. Or I might just finish off the Mario area of the park, then do that update video. I'm not sure yet. It's all very free flow on this channel, just trying to see what works. And eventually I would like to do other Let's Play content because I just got my code for Yooka-Laylee. And well, I say just, this episode might go up next weekend, so it would be a week behind from me saying that. But I got my code for Yooka-Laylee, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a huge fan of Banjo-Kazooie, and I have been waiting for Yooka-Laylee. I actually helped back it, and that was originally when I was on the Super Geek Friends channel, because we were thinking about playing that game. So I'm in the credits, but I think I'm still listed as Super Geek Chad, which is kind of unfortunate. By the time I kind of started really working on my channel, I didn't have the name ChitChad. So I wish I had the opportunity to go back and change it to ChitChad, but Super Geek Chad's fine. I'm just happy that I was able to back that game because those guys deserve it. Talented bunch, and they seem really cool with their audience. And I actually just watched the completionist video for Yooka-Laylee, and he's one of the few people that's had nothing but positive things to say. And I just want to get in and play that game for myself and kind of make up my own mind. But I know for a fact I'm going to have a relatively positive experience, because I think what a lot of people were saying was that the camera was really problematic. And for me, I've played Sonic games, so I'm pretty used to a bad camera. Like, bad camera is part of the charm for most Sonic games. So anything that Yooka-Laylee has, I think I can handle as far as the camera control. So I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing that game. So if that's something, again, if you're interested in seeing that kind of content on this channel, outside of just Planet Coaster, like Planet Coaster, I wanna always shoot for having a Sunday release and then updating it more if I have the time. But it would be fun to actually do other games, because I really don't get to play games that often because of my schedule, and it would be nice to actually give playing games kind of a purpose, kind of a reason, because I just finished up Mass Effect Andromeda, and that's not a game I would ever do a Let's Play of, just because I really like to take my time with that game. Or those games in general. Mass Effect I take my time with, just because I do all the side quests and everything, so that's definitely not like a Let's Play worthy game in my opinion, because I think I would drive people insane. But now that I've beaten that, I really don't have any other games that I'm playing right now, so Yooka-Laylee would be really fun. So it would be my genuine reaction to the game, because I wouldn't play it outside of this channel. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, so we're coming down towards the end of this video. I wanted this area just to be kind of like a snack station, because I noticed a lot of the guests were getting hungry and thirsty, even though there's been like a snack or a drink vendor in every area of the park. So I don't know why people were like dehydrated. So as people were slowly making their way towards this area of the park, I was trying to get these guys all set up. So this was kind of like the Toad Village, and I really liked that idea. I thought it was kind of cute. And again, some of these assets, some of the scenery pieces are so cool, but darn, I wish I could scale them down a little bit, or at least they give you like, imagine if you clicked on a scenery piece and there were like sizing options after you clicked on it. So it was just like, all right, here's scenery piece like that smoothie drink that you saw a little while ago. Like there is a small, medium, and large. So it would be great if you actually clicked on it and then it just gave you, if they're not going to do a sliding scale option, it'd be cool if they just had a couple, like they do with the shape geometric objects, how there's multiple sizes of the same thing. It would be cool if there was multiple sizes of the same scenery pieces, because I don't want some scenery pieces to be like 20 feet freaking tall, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's really fun getting back into this game and making something new that's not Pokemon related, because man, that I love how that area of the park turned out, but man, that was slowly killing me. I was just like, oh, I just want to get this done and over with and move on to some new things. So if you like this content and you want to see more, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already a Chatterbox, and as always, I will chat with you later.